An unexpected and troublesome characteristic of human beings is that we feel far more than we are spontaneously aware of. There are emotions flowing through us, anger or joy, resentment or fear, that are beyond the scope of ordinary consciousness. They elude us as we rush to deal with the challenges of life. These emotions are not apparent in part because they are often too shocking or sad, or contrary to our expectations, for us to understand them. We may hate where we should love, or feel sad where we should be pragmatic. Therefore, out of timidity and fear, we neglect to record our true reality. Otherwise, our feelings go unnoticed, because they enter our brains too quickly and in too many quantities for us to sort them out in the limited time of self-understanding. However, unless the full range of our emotions can be regularly identified and fully felt, we are likely to fall into a range of psychological disorders, anxiety, paranoia, depression, and so on. Mental discomfort arises from the accumulation of unfelt feelings. We must regularly, preferably once a day, set aside some time for ourselves to get more deeply into our true emotions. We must constantly ask ourselves a question that sounds simple, but is grand and profound. What am I feeling right now? To arrive at a worthwhile answer, we should sit in a quiet place, perhaps on a bed, with the light dimmed, a notebook and pen at hand. We should close our eyes and let the sentiment and free nature of the question resonate. After a few moments of scanning the inner penumbra, we will easily find a hint of something going on. It may be a disturbing rustle of anxiety that is disguised, like the stealthy behavior of a hunter in the bush, or a turtle fisherman. We can force ourselves to reflect further. What do we actually seem to be anxious about? It may take more reverie and inner exploration before we gradually feel a recognizable concept emerge, like the landscape that subtly emerges during the slow rest of a summer day. We may need to decode those small moments of apparent aggression, sadness, confusion, or sorrow that affect us without our proper attention. Or, when we look within ourselves, we may find traces of ancient trauma that still seems to be active in a distant valley. Someone is crying, someone is very worried, a small person who may be very much in need of our help. We should carry out a similar process with our bodies, because there are more soft feelings buried in the body. How does my body feel? We can ask strangely but usefully, what does he want to talk to me about? More specifically, if my shoulders could talk right now, what would they say? And my chest, what would it say? And my arms, my hands, my legs, my feet? Our limbs may want to curl up into a ball, longing for comfort, or to strike out at an opponent, or to lengthen themselves defiantly and boldly, or they may remember an old frustrated wish to be held in a comforting chest. Through this 10 to 20 minutes of focused relaxation and exploratory self-wandering, we reduce the worry and sadness that arises from feeling our feelings. Where we were previously melancholy, we become sad. Where we were previously irritable, we become angry. Where we were previously anxious, we become compassionate. The result is a new peace of mind and a lightness of soul. And we seem to have so much time to do everything except the things that can save us.